Hi, everybody. Dr. Joan Ifland here. We are back with part one of mastering withdrawal from processed foods. We know that power comes from knowing what to do, and you are finding out what to do. So yesterday we talked about how to prepare. Today we're going to be talking about what to expect. If you can visualize what's going to happen, you are going to sail through it. You won't have the distress of something unexpected. That's our topic today. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to reduce the distress with very specific tips. And then Wednesday it's cravings, and Thursday we're going to start looking forward to the end of withdrawal and all the benefits that we're going to get. So the 4 signs of withdrawal are the headache, the stress, the stomach, and moodiness. Well, let's talk about each one. What can you do? So minimizing the headache, we talked yesterday about getting your hot and cold compresses ready. This is something I just didn't know about, but it is really helpful. As we said yesterday, the headache is radiating up from short, tense, cramped up neck muscles, either on the side, if you've got a headache on the temple, up here at the base of the skull. If those muscles are tight, you'll feel that headache here in the front. So there are 2 places to put those compresses. One is on the neck. A baggie of ice placed on the neck, it just feels so good. You get relief almost right away. I've been told you can leave that ice there for 20 minutes. I prefer the ice cubes directly into an absorbent towel because as that ice melts, it also evaporates and you're not left with the risk of a bag of melted water breaking open and spilling all over you, which is very upsetting. The hot compresses we talked about, you just put a stack of 3 washcloths or hand towels, thoroughly damp, in the microwave for a minute, roll them up, put them in a plastic bag, and tuck them under your neck when you lie down. Now, the light meditation is a very specific meditation that does get more effective with practice. We have research on this meditation. It's so easy. You just pretend that light is coming out of the place that hurts. Like I will envision light coming out of this whole muscle from the shoulder to the temple. It makes the muscle relax because you're actually releasing your own painkiller in the brain, dopamine, opiates. And research shows that they will travel over to the nerve endings of whatever you're focusing on. It's incredible. And you're too headachy to do anything. So it's a great time to just keep bringing your thoughts back to imagining that light is coming out of whatever place hurts. The soothing book, the soothing music, the soothing meditation that you picked out, this is the time. So the headache can often generate really painful, swirling thoughts. And getting your thoughts to be engaged in an outside source of soothing is really smart. And rest. Don't try to do things. Don't try to go to work. Call in sick. You've done everything you can do for your household members, and let them take care of themselves to the full extent possible. Now, the stress, there's 2 pieces to this. There's the real pain of the withdrawal. There's short muscles, very painful on the head sometimes. We've talked about how to reduce that. But sometimes people are just upset. They've been through withdrawal before, they have had a tough time with it, and they're just tense about it. So in these circumstances, darken the room. Even the little tiny muscles in your eyes that would normally close up in light, they are also tense and not working that well. Go ahead and darken the room. Turn off screens. Just use your phone screen to find your YouTube recordings. Turn off the TV, turn off your computer, turn off your tablet. Those are sources of distress. They stress out your eyes. and your face muscles. If you're associated with a faith organization, you might be able to find recordings that are really comforting, places that that you're familiar with. And this is really where to use affirmations. It's only a few days. I am tough. I am strong. I know the results. I am waiting for all these cravings to go away. I know the cravings go away. I am good at managing this process. An affirmation I've started to use recently, which I really like, is I am very good at stopping pain. And I can practically feel those opiate neurotransmitters being released in my brain in the most gentle, wonderful way. It's like your own narcotic. It's worth practicing that affirmation. I stop pain easily, because then it works ever, ever better. And then please cancel activities. You're sick. You didn't ask to be sick. You didn't ask to be given processed foods. You didn't ask to be given addiction. But recognize that this is part of an illness. And just like if you had a really bad cold, you wouldn't hesitate to call up people and say, I can't come. So don't hesitate to call up people and say, I can't come today. Cancel those activities. When the stomach hurts, now this is just my personal advice. If your stomach is hurting, get with your health professional, get it checked out. So one thing that I discovered is that sometimes, well, I think the theory, and this is just my theory, I'll tell you when I'm not working from the research, and I'm not working from the research right now. I think the same reason that muscles get cramped up in the neck and cause a headache, they also get cramped up in the stomach and they're unable to push food through. So you get food stalling in your stomach. I was very surprised once just to sit up and start burping and have my stomach pain go away. And this is another place to use a hot compress. Get your towels, instead of rolling them up to put them under your neck, lay them flat in that plastic bag and just hold them to your stomach. This is to the extent that the stomach problem is these cramped up muscles, it will soften those muscles and you'll feel better. And then prepare some food beforehand. Like if you like the breakfast bars recipes are at foodaddictionresources.com. Just scroll down till you get to the breakfast variations. I wouldn't go with the ground meat variations for this. I would go with the egg variations. Make a nice pot of gluten-free oatmeal. And when it's almost cooked, drop a few eggs in there so you keep that protein and starch balance. And then you can cook some fruit. I think it's okay under these circumstances to cook some sliced apples, some low sugar fruit, and that will be very easy to digest and it'll be good on top of your oatmeal. Now, moodiness is another piece of withdrawal. And just know that you could experience more distress in the first few days. So what's happening is you don't have the processed foods to stimulate the feel-good pathways in your brain. They're not working very well anyway, so you might not notice a difference. But that stimulation is gone. Your own natural stimulation will come in to take its place, but it could take a couple of days. We do know that those feel-good pathways start working a lot better at the end of 3 weeks. So just know this is short-term. And use your affirmations here too. I am happy. I am happy. You might not feel happy, but when you say I am happy, you are stimulating your brain to get organized to actually be happy. You can listen to clean comedy routines. Don't listen to the ones that are mean or raunchy. And again, here's a place to use your light meditation. Just imagine that light is coming out of your brain and that it feels good. you will get to the point, the more you practice that light meditation, you will feel your own natural, lovely opiate neurotransmitters release. And unlike an addictive release where you get a high and a crash and you are left lower than you started, when you do that opiate release through a meditation or through affirmations, it's a nice gentle release, and it can last 8 or 9 hours and last the whole day. So again, practicing that light meditation is really going to serve you well. So what did we talk about today? Minimizing that headache, soothing the distress, what to do when the stomach hurts, and how to manage the moodiness. So now you know what to expect and you're ready for it. So you don't have to worry about what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. Pretty much there's a great range of variation in people's experience of these withdrawal symptoms, depending on what they were eating, what they're withdrawing from, how much, how long it's been going on, are there other medical conditions? So there could be a big variation in what you experience. And some people really like to do heavy exercise right at the beginning of withdrawal. I don't know if it's the same deal, the sweating and the releasing of muscles, but if you're an exerciser, that's something else to think about. So, but don't forget, I am not diagnosing that these symptoms are because of withdrawal. If you're having symptoms, and you could have a whole flu-like syndrome. People describe withdrawal as just like a flu. So if you get these symptoms and you're wondering if you have flu, call your health professional. Don't just say, well, I'm just going to assume that this is withdrawal. Don't do that. Get it checked out. This does not take, in any way, shape, or form, it does not take the place of professional medical advice. Okay. So you guys know I am Dr. Joan Ifland. My company is Food Addiction Reset. We provide support services all over the world. Our support community is the Addiction Reset community, and you can learn more and join at foodaddictionreset.com. We are training people to manage those communities. It's a great part-time job. Email us at foodaddictionreset@gmail.com and find us on Facebook at Food Addiction Education. Thank you so much for being with me. I care about you, and that's why I am training you to take really good care of yourself during withdrawal. You are valuable. You didn't deserve to have to go through withdrawal, and I want you to be comfortable. And thank you so much for coming here.